Hello my people, my country people. Yes, this is to Hope and Freedom channel where I give you the latest and updated version of the UAAG disbursement funding. This is a channel that contains all vital and important updates. I make sure I drop to you a very back-to-back information concerning the INF, the UAAG, the Diabat and the Pioneer. In case you are new on this channel, I would want you to subscribe to this channel so that when we publish a very vital and important content you will be kindly notified. I want to urge everybody, this is coming out from a very good comrade and I will be dropping a very good information that you would want to listen to. I just want you to pay attention to this voice note of mine, and I believe there will not be a regret on every information you get from this platform, because in here is a legit information being given to you by the Diabat handlers.
Thank you very much.
And I will be delving into the landslide achievement that was gotten by the GCDM yesterday, the certificate that was registered with the AMAC, that's the Abuja Municipal Area Council. And I want to really bring to light the importance for some of us who don't really understand what that means. I want to bring to light the importance of that registration. That registration is a very big step forward for the Grant Community Decide movement and everyone involved in the Grant movement also. It brings the legitimacy, the structure, and the credibility to the entire process of our pursuit. First, the certificate shows that the GCDM is now officially recognized by a government authority, the Abuja Municipal Area Council, which is called the AMAC, under the FCT administration. And this means also that the GCDM is no longer seen as an informal or online only group. It's now a legally acknowledged association, which gives it a very strong standing in the eyes of institutions, the eyes of partners, and the public, as you can see right on your screen. Now, secondly, this registration protects this movement, the Grant Community Decide movement. When an organization is duly registered, it can operate openly without fear of being labeled illegal or fake. And this helps to silence the critics and also reduce misinformation, because there is now documented proof that GCDM exists and it is known to the authorities. Thirdly, for this grant pursuit, now we had to tie everything together to the pursuit that is before us. Now, for this grant pursuit, this certificate is extremely important. More grants, especially, let me say, most of the grants, especially the large-scale grant or internationally linked grants like that, require the beneficiary group to be registered. The funders, they really want to know who they are dealing with. The registration satisfies that requirement and also makes the Grant Community Decide movement to be eligible to engage in some formal grant processes, some correspondences and some verifications also from the international partners. Then moving forward, the registration also improves confidence and trust. Members, supporters, potential beneficiaries can now also feel more secured knowing that the Grant Community Decide movement is recognized, is accountable to a recognized council, and trust is very important in grant-related activities. So this document helps to build that trust unfailingly, helps to build that trust. Going further to that also, the certificate equally creates a clear structure for leadership and responsibility. So because GCDM is registered, its actions can now be coordinated in an organized way, in an orderly manner. I hope you understand. So this makes it very easier to manage records, to represent members, and also to be able to communicate officially with government bodies or international partners during the grant processes. I hope that is clear. And also, I also need to add that this registration allows the Grant Community Decide movement to be able to speak officially on behalf of its members. When following up on the grant ecosystem, when during petitions, during advocacies or negotiations, the Grant Community Decide movement can now be able to do so as a registered body, not just as an individual. So this gives its voice more weight and more seriousness. So the 1 year valid, if you look at it very well, the certificate is valid from January 26th, which was registered yesterday, 2026, to January 26th, 2027. So it's a 1 year validity registration, which shows that GCDM is expected to operate actively and responsibly within this period. It also signals continuity, not just a temporary or one-time effort. And this aligns well with the long-term nature of grants, you understand, which often requires accountability, monitoring, and sustained engagement. So this registration has formally opened doors to partnerships and collaborations, like other NGO bodies, community groups, even international organizations are now more likely to work with the Grant Community Decide movement now that it has legal status. Such partnerships can strengthen the grant process and even improve the outcomes better more. You understand? I also need to add that this registration would help in documentation and clear transparency. That is very important for you to know. Registered associations are really expected to keep records. Yes, this is very important for grants because transparency and accountability are key conditions for disbursement and trust from stakeholders. So this certificate is a signal, a real signal of seriousness and progress. It shows that the Grant Community Decide movement is not just waiting for things to happen, but it's also taking concrete steps to prepare itself properly. It sends a very strong message that this movement is organized, this movement is patient, very patient with the people, and this movement is committed to doing things in the right way. Transparency seems to be their watchword. Honesty, credibility, accountability seems to be their watchword. So this registration, in simple terms, this registration means that GCDM, the Grant Community Decide movement, forthwith is legal. Is legal, very much legal. Then it also means that Grant Community Decide movement is recognized now. It's a recognized body, fully recognized. Then it also means that the Grant Community Decide movement is credible. Then it means that the Grant Community Decide movement is better positioned now to be able to pursue and to manage grants. Not just this, not just UAAG, Pioneer, or whatever thing is coming up right now they're advocating for. The Grant Community Decide movement is now on a well-balanced footing where they can pursue any grant coming into the country, and they are doing anyhow. The Grant Community Decide movement has a legal right to pursue it and then to stand on the behalf of the masses for advocacy. So this GCDM is more positioned right now. See, things are happening right now in the grant ecosystem which never did happen before. Let me just say, Reverend Moses is a messiah of the grant ecosystem, and we are here on this platform. If it's only this platform to help to push it forward, we are definitely here to help to push it forward. Close the door, you met it. We are here to help it to push it, to help to push it forward so that it can get to the ears of everyone that is out there and want to pursue this advocacy at all levels. So it's very important, I think. So just in one word, GCDM is right now legal, it is recognized, it's credible, it's better positioned to pursue many more of these advocacies and grants within the country. So overall, this is a position that is positive for the foundation and which strengthens the grant journey and also gives hope that this process is moving in the right direction, even if it takes time. But definitely, it's moving according to purpose and precision. So don't look at that certificate as just a mere paper or paperwork or something. The validity makes it much more important and golden within a year, and then by next year it can be renewed again for the pursuit of this advocation and any other grant that comes in within the country at any point in time. So I just mean to shed light on this so that we can know why they went to register this association or this movement. Thank you very much. I hope that gives somebody an understanding. In case you find this very interesting or it resonates deep with you, let everybody hear that. I've been seeing some comments saying, what does that mean to the community? What does that mean to what we're pursuing and all that? So it's important to bring up this understanding and why it really matters a lot. So please share this so that it can get to everybody who doesn't understand the purpose of this registration and the validity of the same.